Hello, I'm Steve Butler. Certainly one of the most familiar and best loved hymns of all time would have to be Amazing Grace. Since it was written almost 220 years ago, I'm sure that millions of people all over the world and in many different languages have worshiped God through the words of this hymn.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
The story of how it came about is also familiar to many people. John Newton, a sea captain, was the unlikely author. He had the reputation in his day of being a vile and evil man who had no place for God in his life, who openly mocked Christianity. And he transported prisoners from Africa on his ship to be sold into slavery in America, an evil enterprise that has left its scar even today.
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fear relieved. How preciously that grace appeared, the hour I first believed.
One night a violent storm struck his ship, and as he watched one of his crewmen be washed overboard and feared for his own life, he cried out to God for his mercy. Not long after that, John Newton came to saving faith in Jesus Christ.
Through many dangers, toils and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe this far, and grace will lead me home. Lead me home.
Like the Apostle Paul, Newton came to see that it is by grace alone that we are saved through faith.
The Lord has promised good to me.
Good to me.
His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures.
As John Newton reflected on his experience and his life, one day in 1791, the words of this hymn came to him.
Yea, when the flesh and heart shall fail, and the mortal life shall cease, I shall possess within the veil a life of joy and peace.
We've been here 10,000 years, bright, shiny as the sun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And though we are not slave traders like John Newton, we are all sinners in need of God's amazing grace.
I see.